Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let us thanks to the Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Because of His blessing, we are able to come here to join in this English meeting. Salawat accompanied by greeting to Abdullah Sun Aminah, grateful heart. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi Sayyidina Muhammad. The Honorable Lecture Ministers Dila Pratiwi and Home, and all of my beloved friends. Now, I will read one by one our agenda today. They are: the first session is opening, the second session is introduce. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Dewi Kurniati. I will serve as moderator. In the discussion, material salutation. And as per my group members, Sultan Ar-Rashid, Hafizah, and Dina. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's open our meeting by saying basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you. For the next agenda is presentation session. For the first round will be given by the first presenter, myself. What is a salutation? A salutation is the greeting with which you begin a professional correspondence, like a business letter, legal letter, or a mail. It is the first sentence you read when starting your letter, and it states the person you are addressing the letter to. Salutations are not to be confused with closing statement that you put at the end of the letter. Salutations are important because they establish your correspondence mode and determine the attitude your reader should adopt with when responding. You can view the salutation, the body language, and writing. For example, if you begin your letter with a formal greeting, the reader understands that the content is serious and now the answer should be formal and well. A serious message with an informal salutation might receive a casual response. Salutation is business letter and email also demonstrate your knowledge of business etiquette rules. Here, all salutation you can use for different situations. Number 1, formal salutation. The most formal salutation is Mr., Miss, Mrs., followed by the last name of the person you refer to. This salutation is appropriate only if you certain of the pronoun that the person you are writing to use. If you are unsure of the person pronoun, it's also acceptable to use a formal salutation followed by the full name. Here are some formal salutation. Example: Mr., Miss, Mrs., hello, greeting.
Now I'm going to explain about casual salutations. You can use casual salutation when you address someone you have a good relationship with, like family members, colleagues you get along with, or close friends. When using those salutations, make sure to choose one that applies to your message. Now I will tell you some example of salutation that you can choose from to start a casual letter. Like, hey everyone, what's up everybody, hello guys, hi there, morning all, greetings everyone, exciting news, and howdy you all, like that. Now about salutation for business letters. So you can start a business letter with the salutation "Dear" followed by the recipient's last or first name and a colon. Use the last name if you don't know the person well, or if it is the first contact, and the first name if you have a good relationship with them. The most formal salutation is "Dear", title, then the last name. For example, "Dear Mr. Hopkins" or "Dear Miss Phillips." And if you are unsure of the person's pronouns, it's a good idea to use "dear" first and last name, or their first name. For example, Dear Jimmy, and you can use a full name, Dear Jimmy Hopkins, or Dear Dr. Einstein. When you don't know the recipient's name, so when you don't know, you can use hello or greetings. Hello, greetings, just like that.
Salutations for cover letter. When writing a cover letter, it's best to address the hiring manager by using their followed by their name and a comma. It should be on the job listing. But if it's not, you can look it up on the company website or call the company to ask for the name. It's always a safe option to use their with the first and last name. But if you're certain of their preferred pronouns, you can also use dear Mr. or Mrs. with their last name. Here are some salutations you can use for a cover letter. Dear Mr., Dear Mrs., Dear Doctor, Dear Professor, and then add the last name, or dear hiring manager, or dear HR team, or dear hiring team. Salutations for emails. For business emails, like the first response to a client request or sales email, you can use the same greetings as the business letters. If the email is less formal, you can use an informal salutation followed by the first name and a comma rather than a colon. Example, hi and then comma and then put first name. If you only use the recipient's name to begin your email, make sure to follow with a positive statement. Otherwise, your message might be interpreted as cold. Example, Nancy, and then comma, thank you for your assistance with the Jenkins deal. When you omit the salutation, incorporate the name of the recipient in the first sentence of your message.
Next, okay, next to salutation to avoid. Some salutation won't make you sound professional and are best to avoid. They often include the gender language that assume the gender of a person group or slang language that you can only use when you know the person very well. For example, is hey brother, holler, hi, yo, what's up, and many others. Okay, the last is salutation for several recipients. When you know your recipients' names, you can list after their title separate by commas. If you know their pronouns, you can use Mr. or Mrs. If you are unsure their pronouns, you can use their first name or full names, depending on formality on your letter.